Can you strike that last answer from the record? I didn't.
That's not how that works, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Shut up. Hey, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Could you strike that what he just said? I did not like it. It hurt my feelings. You don't get to tell nobody when to strike. Could we rewind this moment in time, please? Somebody fetch my time machine. Come on, Darrell. You're saving your life here. Do a good job. Don't fail.
You made reference to car key being found. Do you recall that?
Yes, I do.
Did you yourself find the car key?
No, I did not.
Were you told by other law enforcement?
I guess told what exactly?
That a car key was found.
I was not specifically. Your items that were located on you during the search were turned over to Detective Stern, and the car key was one of those items.
And to the best of your knowledge, you didn't have that information at the time, correct?
At which time?
At the time that the detainee was detained in the substation.
Thank you for that clarification. Go ahead and answer.
I just want to make sure I guess that I understand. So you're asking me what I knew about the key, or if I knew where it was found at the substation? I don't understand. Can you clarify that, sir?
I guess the clarity that you may be looking for is what was found and brought into the substation.
Okay.
Hit the like button.
Ford ignition key and other items that I alluded to in my earlier testimony, include your photo ID and credit cards with your name, or debit card, credit and or debit cards with your name on.
That you did not search and find yourself, right?
That's correct.
Did you conduct any searches?
I don't recall if I did or not of your person.
So it'd be fair to say you don't know where certain items were found at the time that you learned of there being items found, correct?
No.
No, as in?
No, I knew those items were found on you in the search. Maybe not the specific pocket, but I knew the officers found those items in your possession.
Were you at the scene of the search?
No.
So how do you know where they were found?
Because they were turned over to Detective Stern as your property.
Who is you? Is that what you're going to say, Darrell? Let's see.
How do you know where they were found, though, if you weren't at the scene?
Oh, my God,
Because I was
Darrell.
aware officers searched you, and it's not reasonable to believe they were randomly in the grass at the house you were at.
I know, right?
In a city that you've indicated you're not familiar with.
Can you strike that last answer from the record? I didn't refer.
That's not how that works, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Shut up. Hey, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Could you strike that what he just said? I did not like it. It hurt my feelings. Could you strike that no. You don't get to tell nobody when to strike. Could we rewind this moment in time, please? Somebody fetch my time machine.
Refer to any house, grass.
You asked an open-ended question. His answer will stand. Your request is denied.
Oh, Darrell. Oh. You were so close. You were so close. Yeah, no. Not quite, Darrell. Not quite.
So it'd be fair to say that in the question I did not mention a house, grass, or a city? That'd be fair to say?
You didn't mention it, but I know you were found at a house in the city of Waukesha. And I know you're not familiar with Waukesha because that's what you told me when I interviewed you.
Look, Ceiling, he is calling on you for the answers. Why are you ignoring him? You're like, the Ceiling don't got the answers. Darrell is he's like, look, you ain't about to bully me up in here, okay? Don't you see I got a suit on, Carp, okay? I'm not the same guy that you remember seeing slide down in that chair in the interrogation room wearing nothing but socks because I abandoned my shoes. You know what I'm saying? And with my hands down my pants, trying to steal pictures. I'm not the same guy, okay? I've graduated into a whole different type of asshole, okay? I'm like the Goku of assholes now. You can't make me feel anything today. Look at my suit. You see my tie? Okay. Know your role, Carp. You tell him, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. He's shaking in his patent leather baby seal boots. Keep going.
Can you strike that last answer?
Request is denied.
On what grounds, Your Honor?
Darrell, what is you? Did you lose a contact in the back of your eyeball or something?
You asked the question. He answered it. If you want to limit, ask leading questions and direct him.
Direct him, Darrell. You're a director now.
That is your right.
You made reference to the house where the detainee was found, the grass, the city. Could it be possible that that's where they were found? The items that you are referring to?
Amanda.
Even though it'd be fair to say that you were not present.
Correct.
You made a lot of reference to
Made a lot of reference to what? Tell us, Daryl.
the body pain and having to be checked at the hospital and being medically cleared. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, we took you to the hospital for clearance.
Are you yourself a doctor or have any training in the medical field?
No, sir.
So it'd be fair to say that you cannot know how a person's body is feeling. That'd be fair to say?
I can't explain exactly what another's body's feeling. Correct.
That's right, Carp. Just let him cook. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna matter. Ultimately, he's gonna end up being fried by Bubba. You know what I'm saying? Deep fried, like a corn dog. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what he gonna get. Go on, let him feel like he doing something. Just answer. It don't even matter what the answers are. Honestly, it don't matter.
So it'd also be fair to say that there's a possibility that you can be incorrect about assumptions made to pain reference. That'd be fair to say?
I think that depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, like if you say the reason your shoulder hurts, if you say your shoulder hurts and we go, oh my God, are you okay? And then you go, yeah, well, you know, why is your shoulder hurting? What's going on with it? And then you say, well, when they got me, they slammed me on the ground. And you know for a fucking fact that didn't happen. It's clear to say this fucker's lying about his shoulder hurting. And he'd be like, my head hurts. He'd be like, oh my God, you want some Tylenol? What happened? He'd be like, I fell off the Empire State Building. He'd be like, bitch. Okay, you know what? You would be soup if that happened, okay? So no, you're lying. You're a fucking liar, and I ain't paying you no more mind, okay? That's how that works.
In this specific circumstance, you told me...
The last follow-up, if he wants it.
Okay.
You made a reference on one of the exhibits. I'm not sure exactly which one it was. It was the first interrogation in the police holding room in the hospital. In that exhibit, you made reference to the FBI being present because you were short-staffed. Do you recall that?
I don't recall exactly what I said, but I recall acknowledging their presence, yes.
And then what had happened?
And you made a reference to short-staffed. Can you explain what does short-staffed mean?
It's you. If you were a staff, a short staff. You get it? You get it? There would be a short staff.
I don't recall if I said that or not.
I don't know if it's exhibit 172 I'm referring to.
Well, you're gonna need to know, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to save your own life here.
Can you pull up exhibit 172, please?
Is it fair to say objection?
Items found.
Is that 172?
172, yes.
Well, I don't think, is it 81 then I'm referring to?
81 is the audio recording.
Hit the
Okay,
like
it's
button.
81.
Sorry, 81 is
Yes.
the video and audio.
Of the,
Was it just the audio? I was right the first time. It's
okay. I think it's 81.
I think it's
the
81.
audio recording from the hospital.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, look
Is
at,
there a part?
look at Daryl trying to be pleasant now. Oh, you gonna be pleasant now, Daryl? Oh, you gonna laugh with the judge?
You'd like to direct the state to when they pull it up?
Because it's the audio, I'm assuming it'd be probably as soon as the defendant is brought into the room.
It was played starting at 4 minutes and 25 seconds through 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Do you want it started right at 4:25?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The state would please assist with that.
How long would you like it to be played?
Do you know how long you want it played, or do you want the whole thing? The
I don't-
same clip?
I don't need the whole thing played.
You gotta tell us what part, stupid.
From what I recall, the point that I would refer to is pretty early in that.
Well, how about we start at 4:25 and then you say pause, please, when you want it to be paused by the state.
Okay.
Is Darrell?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Darrell.
Hey, Darrell. Darrell. Hey, Darrell. You just said yes. He said, is it Darrell? And you said yes. Now, I know it's Darrell. It's Durrell to be specific. D-U-R-L. Durrell. Or maybe in your case, Durrell, D-I-R-L. Dangerously close to girl. Durrell the girl. You know what I'm saying? Well, you are now, ain't you? You just confirmed your name was Durrell to this man. You ain't gonna object? Your Honor, I object to my own self saying that that's my name.
Jerry Wachowski. The FBI? FBI, yeah.
FBI?
I'm Mary. Yep.
They're just kind of helping out because we're so short-staffed tonight. So,
Thank you.
It's paused at 4 minutes and 56 seconds. Go ahead.
From hearing the audio on this exhibit 81, do you recall saying that the FBI was present because you were short-staffed?
that is my voice. I don't recall saying it in the moment, but that's my voice.
That is your voice.
That is me talking.
So from your recollection, do you recall being short-staffed at that time?
Darrell thinks it's illegal to lie to the police can lie to you in the interrogation room, just so you know. They are allowed to lie. Come on, Darrell, you're saving your life
Is
here.
FBI usually present in the situation of short staffing?
Yes, every time.
No.
Yes, they are. They're always there. They're right behind you, Darrell. Look out! Look out, Darrell. It's the FBI.
May we put that off, or do
Yes,
you need it?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure if you needed it, it's up. All right,
Sometimes
take it
I have to
down.
get it still up there.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know what, Darrell?
And you made reference to recording the interrogation on your phone, correct?
Yes.
And why would you use your phone to record an interrogation, especially one of this magnitude?
Well, here we go, Darrell, with his magnitude again.
Because the camera in the room didn't have audio capability.
Darrell always trying to flatter himself.
Were you informed of that? Or let me back up. When were you informed that the camera that was in the room did not have audio?
I don't recall exactly. Prior to the interrogation.
And who were you told by?
Hospital security.
Was that the first time you had ever used that police holding room in that hospital?
Yes.
No.
Come on. Uh-oh. Darrell's thinking,
So
y'all.
it would be fair to assume that you were aware that that room had cameras.
Yes, I knew it had cameras.
And have you ever conducted an interrogation in that room before that evening?
Interrogation, no, but I'd use the room for other purposes.
So what prompted an interrogation in that room that specific evening?
Well, as I explained in my earlier testimony, the situation down in the downtown area of Waukesha where the mass casualty incident had occurred was very fluid. It was still unfolding at that time.
It's unfolding. Don't let it
We were
unfold.
learning more and more and more about what occurred. We decided to start the interview at that location to see if you'd be willing to shed light on for us as to what you did or did not know. And again, I'll go back to statements I made earlier. There's a risk inherent with every transport. I didn't know where your ultimate final location was going to be that night. So to now start bouncing you from facility to facility to facility unnecessarily was just something we made the decision not to do.
And at some point, the detainee was moved to the Muskego Police Department, correct?
Yes, you were moved to the Muskego Police Department later in the evening.
And when did you learn that
I know.
that would be a location that the detainee would be
Practicing
going
the
to?
birthday song.
We made the decision to try to use that location after the first interrogation attempt.
I'm sorry that I didn't hear the last part.
I'm sorry, after the first interrogation attempt.
First interrogation attempt. How would you define attempt?
Well, when we were at Waukesha Memorial Hospital that night in the police holding room that we discussed, I read you your Miranda rights verbatim from the Waukesha
Hey, go behind
Police
the
Department
blue
Miranda statement form.
lines.
And at
Merry
that time you
Christmas.
indicated you didn't wish to speak with me.
So it would be fair to say that the Fifth Amendment right was exercised at that point.
When I paused earlier and told Mr. Brooks I would allow him to, it was regarding the policies. I want to know, as the proponent of the evidence, why you think that's relevant. And then secondly, the questions I believe that you are asking related to the interrogation, unless you can convince me otherwise, go to a legal issue. But I'll hear you out on that. I didn't want to make an assumption, but I also didn't want to have you question this witness about what really are legal issues that this court previously addressed regarding the admissibility of the interviews.
Well, to the first one about the policies, that's relevant because
Why is it relevant, Darrell? Tell us.
I think it should be
Hit the like button for
stated
Mama.
for the record why
Benjamin.
He left his phone recording after he acknowledged that the Fifth Amendment right to silence had been invoked. At that point, interrogation is supposed to stop completely.
Well, I understand what you're saying from a legal perspective, but that doesn't mean the recording had to stop in and of itself at that point. He did provide an explanation on the record.
His explanation was that it's policy, right?
He can record you. He just can't ask you questions. Once you say, I want to speak to my lawyer, I don't want to talk to you anymore, they can still record you. They just can't ask you questions.